Howdy. When I film on my camera, which I'm using right now, I just put it on random objects to make it the right height because I don't have a tripod. And it's usually crooked. I can tell right now that this is crooked. I apologize to you watching it. I, as a viewer, would find that extremely obnoxious. So, sorry about that. Also, my camera just started flashing red. Hopefully I can film this quickly. It's been about a week since I talked to you. It's Thursday. Where's my cellular device? It's Thursday, February 23rd, and I have some show and tell for you. I'm going to start with the most exciting one. I finished my test knit for Ozetta of the Seaway pullover. If you didn't watch my last video, I'm doing a test knit for this all over cabled sweater. Very gently cabled. It just looks like little ripples throughout the fabric. It's very beautiful. I love it a lot. I knit this in Barocco Vintage in the color Tangerine, and it took me exactly 7 days to knit. I'm super happy. It's still wet. I started drying this several days ago and it has not been dry. We have had very weird weather in Arizona. We had a crazy storm yesterday. There were actual advisories not to travel at all because the winds were so intense. And my cats are also going crazy, so if you hear a lot of jingling and rustling, that would be why. So, that's my first finished object. I will show it to you more once it's dry and I can actually wear it because, like I said, it's still quite wet. But I have another finished object for you. I finished weaving the, what are we calling this? Scarf that I was doing? It's all wrinkly because I had to hang it on some hangers to dry and it kind of got weirdly creased. But this is it. You can't really tell. Maybe I'll add in some better pictures. I just did a basic weave. The warp is some worsted weight 100% cotton in a natural color from Cascade. And then the weft is my hand spun. It was alpaca and merino that I spun to a 2-ply about worsted weight. And my intention was this being a scarf. I have never worn a scarf in my life because I live in Arizona. It's not really a thing that most of us do here. This is a gift, actually. But I also thought it would be a nice, table runner. This is something that I would lay across a table and maybe put my record player on, or some pretty baskets with yarn in it. Yeah. I'm pretty excited. That reminds me, I have something else I need to show you. Okay, so those are my finished objects. And I will set that there. Like I said, that is not for me. I will be gifting that. I will show you an update on my works in progress. So if you watched my last vlog, you will know that I'm knitting my husband his February socks. I'm trying to knit him a pair of socks every month this year. Last year I did a pair of socks for myself every month. This year, doing a pair of socks for him. And these are his February socks. This is from the Farmer's Daughter Fibers Sock Squad for the month of February. I finished the first sock and I am on the second sock. So, like I said, today's the 23rd. I have 5 more days left of this month. I did a little bit of math, and if I do 15 rounds a day, I will finish the socks on February 28th. Very doable. 15 rounds takes me less than half an hour. I can easily get that done. This is what the yarn looks like in a skein. So I talked about this last time, but this is a BFL nylon sock base and I'm really liking it. I am doing a 56 stitch sock on size 0 needles for him, and this foot is gigantic. It's 80 rounds from heel, the end of the short row heel, to the toe, so I've got a while to go. But like I said, 15 rounds a day. I will probably end up doing more than that. Now I have another sock on the needles that I talked about. It is this sock, which is made out of Dragon Horde Yarns sock set called Father Christmas. I'm not using the minis that it came with. I'm just using the main color. This one I'm doing held double, so it's a DK weight sock on a size 2 needle, 36 stitches. And I finished the cuff on this morning. It's a 20 round cuff, and then I think the leg is 27 rounds. And this one will go by super fast, especially now that I'm done with the cuff. I'm trying to get those finished by the end of February. And I did pick up the sleeves for my other cabled sweater that I'm knitting. Well, I picked up one sleeve for my Moby sweater, and I've done like a cable and a half. I didn't do very much on it last night because honestly I fell asleep in the middle of knitting. My energy levels have been not what they should be after having this baby. But that's okay. So we're gonna slowly tug away on that sleeve. I would like to have it done before the end of February, but like I said, I'm not really knitting much because I just keep falling asleep. I'm tired. Now, my kids are at school right now. It is 9:48. My oldest 3 are in preschool. The baby is asleep on the couch. My plan for this morning was to make some pants. Like I said, I just had a baby and none of my pants fit me, which is okay because it has not even been a month since I gave birth, and this is my 4th child. So 1 + 1 = 2. My pants don't fit me. No one's surprised. I think they will fit me eventually. I usually can wear my jeans after like a month and a half, 2 months, but I'm not rushing myself and I need clothes. So my plan for this morning was to sew some pants. However, this baby is very fussy. I have not had a baby this upset since my firstborn. She kind of cries all day unless you can get her down for a nap. And it's very unusual for me. I have very clingy babies. They love to be held. I love to hold them. It's not a problem. But she cries even when we're holding her. And I am just so very thankful that my husband works from home because we would not be managing well if he didn't. Because we kind of just like take turns. He just sits at a desk and works. And so like he'll hold her for an hour while she's fussing, and then I'll hold her for an hour so that I can still give time to my older 3 kids and homeschool and cook them food and clean. And it's been working out well, even though it is just sad that she cries. I don't enjoy it. It makes me bummed. But I have a few acquisitions to show you. Sorry, I have a few acquisitions to show you. So my March sock squad for Farmer's Daughter Fibers is actually out for delivery, which I'm really excited about. That'll be coming later today, and I will show it to you when it gets here. But I have some other monthly thing to show you. As previously mentioned, my mother got me a 3-month subscription from Autumn Hill Llamas and Fibers for Christmas. And let's see, I don't know if this will focus, but this is my 3rd month, my final month, which I'm kind of bummed about because this yarn I used for the weft was my 1st month's, and it was such beautiful yarn. I think that that is my favorite yarn I've made. But my this one that I got, let me show it to you. Oh, isn't that nice? Isn't that lovely? It has some shiny bits in it. There's definitely sparkles in here. So this is llama, merino, and bamboo. I have not yet spun llama. I've only done alpaca as like a not sheep fiber, and also bamboo. So I'm pretty excited to spin this up. I'm gonna hopefully start it soon. It is literally the softest thing I've ever felt in my entire life. Like, I gotta get me a llama. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I gotta get me a llama. Ooh, man. I still have month 2 from this. So I'm thinking that I'm going to put those together in the same project. Wow, I'm really, really stoked about this. And she also sent some samples in here. This one is alpaca and Romney, and this one is alpaca, merino, and Firestar. I don't know what that is. Anyways, fiber. So I have one more acquisition for you. I went to the antique store on Monday. It was President's Day. Ooh, I have llama on my face. I went to the antique store on Monday with my mom because it's my favorite place to be. And I got some records for my kids. We don't have a TV up. We haven't had a TV up for almost a year, and we only do screen time one day a week. We watch a family movie. So we spend a lot of time listening to records. It's really fun, and it doesn't bother me as much as like a Bluetooth speaker does. I have really, really bad noise sensory issues, and it gets a lot more extreme after having a baby. So much so that even if I'm eating like a crunchy food like chips, crackers, pretzels, carrots, I start to get extremely worked up and anxious. That's how extreme they are. And I do have the noise reducing earbuds. However, my kids and my husband all like need to listen to music 24/7 to function. And so I found that the record player is not as irritating to me as when they listen to music from a speaker. They still listen to music from speakers. I don't take that away from them, but record player is a really good middle ground for me. And so I got them some fun records, but I also got this fabric. Let's see. I don't know. Okay. There we go. There we go. So it is an old vintage tablecloth. And this is just like the most beautiful fabric ever. This is so like perfect in 50s and cottagecore, and I just love it so much. So I'd originally gotten this because there are no curtains in our house, and I wanted to make a few to hang up. And I was like, this would make such a nice curtain. But the more I look at it, the more I want this for myself. Like this as shorts for the spring and summer. Are you kidding me? That would be so perfect. However, this would also make some really nice pillows. And this would make a nice tablecloth. I don't know. This is so hard for me. I have a hard time using vintage things like fabrics or mainly fabric, yeah, because I can never get it again. Like yarn, I don't mind. Spinning, I don't mind because for the most part I can find something similar again. But this is so lovely, and when you have 4 children, your body just changes a lot. And I could always make adjustments if I were to sew this into shorts, but I just have this fear that I would sew it and then not like fit into it at a later date, not wear it. If I did elastic shorts, then it would probably last a lot longer. But there is a little bit more structured fabric, so I think that doing maybe the Philippa pants by Anna Allen Clothing. I have several of those. Would be really lovely. Oh, I can't decide. I love these so much. This would also make a really cute like romper, but I don't know that I have enough fabric for it. Maybe I'll just keep it as a tablecloth. Oh, but I want to wear it. It's so pretty. Okay, anyways. I think that's everything I have to show you at the moment, and we made it through without my camera dying. My husband is on the way home right now. He had to stop and go get a birth certificate for one of my children, but he's on the way home. I'm watching American in Paris with Gene Kelly. Big fan of that guy. I almost just ordered an American in Paris record. I shouldn't, but I want to. That would make me very happy. Yeah. But I'm going to just keep working on these projects that I have. If I decide to sew some pants, I will film a little progress for you. I'll see what happens when my husband comes home, because I have to cut out the pattern, and that's something I can't really do while wearing the baby. I can sew while wearing her, but cutting out the fabric, I do it like on the floor because I lay everything out, and I would need him to hold her for the little bit of time that takes. Is it pretty? Tell me. Will I like it?
I like the small one.
I like both of them. They're too pretty.
They're too pretty? Those are actually really pretty. That's so funny because I like this one more than I like this one.
Perfect. I'll take
because
this one.
this is more of a like a jewel tone, and I'm not a jewel tone person. But the orange is really pretty. Yeah, I like this. Let's see. This base is 80% merino, 20% nylon. It's called California Poppy. That is pretty.
California Poppy.
California Poppy. So make some pretty color work. The foot of my sock is done. I just have to add the toe. I'm so happy. Good evening. This video is going to be quite interesting because I have filmed this 3 times now and they all went wrong. I also look pretty disheveled at the moment. I was wearing something very cute today. I was wearing my favorite top. I sewed it myself almost a year ago. I love it a lot, and then I got chocolate on it, and I also got it on the baby that I was holding while eating said chocolate. So I changed into another top that I knit that I also really love, but I had to put the baby to bed. And so I threw on a comfy t-shirt because I didn't want to leak milk all over my beautiful hand knit sweater. And now I'm just wearing this old t-shirt and sweatpants that my almost 2-year-old spilled blue nail polish all over. I had originally filmed this on Friday morning. So I'm trying to recall everything that I've told you and all of the things I wanted to share. Hopefully this makes at least some kind of sense. So Thursday, I mentioned how I had planned to knit 15 rows a day on my husband's February socks so that I could have them finished by the last day of February, which is tomorrow. But I decided Thursday night that I was just going to power through and finish it. So instead of 15 rows, I knit 80 rows, and then I did the toe of a sock, woven all the ends, and gifted them to him. And he has been wearing them Friday, Saturday, Sunday for the last 3 days. He changed his socks today. There is no one in the world that loves hand-knit socks more than my husband, I am convinced, and when I make him a new pair, he wears them religiously. But here they are. They look not as exciting because they have been worn, and it's evening. What time is it? Let's see. It's 9:07 on February 27th. But he loves them. He has been wearing them and quite happy with how they came out. If you recall, Farmer Daughter Fibers Sock Squad, 56 stitches, size 0 needle. And there we have them. On Friday morning, my husband and I went on our first date in about 4 years. The last date we went on, actual date, like without kids, was either when I was pregnant with my almost 4-year-old or a little bit after she was born. Now that the kids are in school for 2 mornings a week, we're going to try to go on a date on one of those. So we went to the antique store, and I filmed a few clips to share with you just because I think antique stores are a pretty spectacular place. I finished something else that I'm very excited about, and that is this pair of DK socks that I made for myself with the yarn my daughter got me for Christmas, and they're pretty great. So my standard fingering weight sock, I do a pretty short leg on. I would say 2 to 3 inches, and that's just how I prefer them because I usually wear pants that are a little bit above the ankle, so where the pants end, I like my socks to kind of start a little bit under it so you can see it and it looks really cute. And then I wear Birkenstocks with them and I feel a lot like myself in that outfit. So that's typically why I knit my socks at that length. And these ones I knit quite long, and I knit a long cuff so that I could fold it over. So the leg on the sock is very long for me. Like the heel starts here. This is the leg of the sock. But when I fold over the entire cuff, it comes to pretty much the perfect length. And even my husband, when he saw them, he was like, those socks look pretty cool. And I was like, I know. I knit a heel flap on this sock, which I don't ever do. And I've realized that heel flaps just don't fit my foot that well. I don't know what it is. I feel like everybody I see just kind of raves over how these are the best fitting socks, and I definitely prefer short rows or afterthought heels. I feel like a heel flap kind of just slides around a lot, but I do really love these socks, and I'm definitely going to be doing some more in this style because I think they're quite funky. Oh, that was a loud noise. Let me give you an update on my Moby sweater that I'm hoping to have finished by tomorrow night, and I'm very confident that it's gonna happen. I am working on the sleeves. Now it may look like one sleeve is done, but alas, it is not, because I am playing some yarn chicken here. This is Knit Picks Wool of the Andes worsted, and I bought 10 balls of that, which this has, I believe, 110 yards per ball. So, and I used 10. So that's 1,100 yards. That's a lot more than I usually use. So I thought 10 was gonna be plenty, and it is. We're going to be okay. I knit one sleeve to right about where I want to start the cuff, and I ran out of the ball I was using, and I had 2 balls left, and I used a little less than 2 balls on this because one of them that I was working from wasn't full. I'm knitting the other sleeve to the same length that the first one was. This is my last ball of yarn. I think that what I'm gonna have to do is pull back. So I did 10 cable repeats, and I am halfway through the 11th. I think I'm gonna have to pull back to that 10th, so just pull back like 5 rows to do the ribbing so that I have enough for both. But we're just gonna see, 'cause I should have weighed my ball of yarn that I put into this sleeve that wasn't a complete ball. I should have weighed it so I had a better guess of what was going to be happening to these sleeves, but I had a sleeping baby on my lap and I didn't want to risk waking her up, so I just grabbed the ball and started knitting without weighing it. I should have this finished by tomorrow night. Let's see, I have done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I've done 7 cables. I need to only do 3 more. It does not take me much time at all to do a cable repeat, maybe like 20 minutes. And I'll finish that, and then I'll figure out how many rounds to do for the ribbing on each sleeve. Then I'll cast it off. I am a little bit bummed because I haven't woven in my ends yet, I don't think. And typically when I'm doing a drop shoulder, I weave in my ends as I go. I don't mind weaving in ends at all. I'm just more surprised at myself that I didn't do it. That's very unlike me. But there we are. That is everything for now. Hopefully the next time I talk to you, that sweater will be finished. Good morning. The kids are all eating behind me, so if you hear a lot of noise, that's what that would be. I just wanted to quickly end off this video, this little vlog, because today is March 1st. So I wanted to use this as a clean slate, and I finished my Moby sweater last night. I did it. I got all of the projects that I wanted to get done in February finished, It is blocking. Oh, baby. I blocked it last night. It's still drying. I don't think it'll be done for a few days. So I will show you that on in the next video. And I will also show you a better look at my Seaway pullover that I finished as well. But there we go. 2 cable sweaters off the needles. And I'm feeling so relieved. Okay, I have a lot I want to talk about, but we'll save that. Till next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.